Hi there, it's Sam from pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. It's a thin slim box for 4x4 inch cards. So the finished dimensions of the box, 4.5 by 4.5 by half an inch, which is 11.5 by 11.5 by 1.5 centimetres. Couldn't read my notes. But that's the size of the box, so it's perfect for a 4x4 card that you've maybe made with some extra embellishment, but actually great for lots of little treats and bits and pieces anyway. So to make it, you need a piece of cardstock for the box that measures 10.5 by 5.5. You need a belly band and you need 2 bits at the top, and that's it. So 10.5 by 5.5 inches, 27.5 by 14.5 centimetres. With the long side at the top, I'm going to score it at ½ inch, 5, 5.5 and 10 inches, which is 1.5, 13, 14.5 and 26. Turn it round and score it at ½ inch and at 5 inches, which is 1.5 and 13 centimetres. So, okay, we're going to fold and burnish these score lines. And because it's only a ½ inch, 1.5 centimetre bit score line, be careful with it, because there's more room for error when you're folding and burnishing. There we go. I'm going to trim all of these, so I'm just going to bring out my little paper snips, and what we're going to do is cut into the little squares a little bit. And just tiny little bits going to cut in, and that just means that you get a sharper, crisper, more professional finish, I think. Basically you don't get edges gaping or sticking out or anything like that, but it's just a tiny little bit. You can see from the bits falling onto my grid paper. Oh, and that reminds me, I've had quite a few questions about the paper that I have on my desk that I work on that you can see. It is called grid paper. We have it in our catalogue. It's £9.90. Oh, actually I think it's probably £10 now. It was £9.95, and it's actually double-sided for us in the UK. One side is inches and the other side is centimetres. So if I flip that over, I'll show you. So it's, oh, obviously I haven't worked on the centimetre side, so it's centimetres on the other side. Perfect. Brilliant. And I'm forever scribbling on this. I've always got at least 2 packs hanging around in the house. So let me just position that paper up again. There we go. Okay, so I've done all of that. Now, because it's a tiny little square, I'm going to use mini glue dots to close with. You know, if you're handy with something like Fuse, you know, carry on with that, that's great, but I'm not so good. So I'm going to use mini glue dots, but I love the things anyway. So into all 6 of those little squares. So there we go. So we're going to fold these round. So it's much like other boxes of mine that I've made like this before. And so that's half of the base, and we're going to fold these ones onto the same section. And that is the base done. Oh, boys are in the house. Summer holidays, husband working shifts, and nobody to look after small children while I work, so yeah. They're actually playing with cars and stuff, and yeah, they're in the room next door. Okay, so that's the box done. Now you can see, because it's quite shallow, it is going to gape, which is just not pretty. Hence why I've got a thick piece of belly band going round, and this measures 3 by 12 inches. So that is the size of the belly band strip, which is, this is Bohemian designer series paper, so it's 7.5 by 30 centimetres. And we're not going to do any scoring, we're just going to gently fold it to get a rough idea of where the score lines are going to be, and then we're going to do it with our fingers. Because as I've said before, not everything has to be perfectly, precisely perfect. So I'm just going to reinforce those. There's one. And now this should fit absolutely perfectly all the way around with no problem whatsoever. So, although I appear to have got that one slightly wrong. I did. I scored in the wrong place. Now it should fit perfectly round. There we go. That's better. So that goes round, it stops these parts sticking out all over the place, and now I can just seal it. So I'm just going to put adhesive on the end of one part, just this bit here. And I don't want to do it too tight, because obviously I want it to slide on and off. So that is still going to slide. Yep, no problems there. And then these panels that I've got, the smaller one is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4, which is 9.5 by 9.5. This one is 4 by 4, which is 10 by 10. So I'm going to map them directly on. So this is, there's no 3D element to here, but there will be on the section that goes onto there. Will there? Oh no, there isn't either. So I'm just going to run my adhesive down the middle, because again I still want this to be loose. And that's perfect. There we go. So the whole thing still moves, but it's kind of, it's there. And then finally, the thick baker's twine in Very Vanilla. I'm just going to go around 3 times. Whoops. It's just trying to roll off my desk. It's not going to succeed. And then just tie a bow. And that, as I said, perfect to fit a 4x4 card or some little treats. I'll just position that up a little bit more. And the cat is on my desk, and I think she's looking to see if she can come on the desk to say hello. No, she's going behind me. So there you go. What do you think? I hope you like it. Beautiful Blackberry Bliss, beautiful Bermuda Bay, and the same designer series paper pack. Hope you like it.